And welcome back to another big exclusive podcast, man. I'm not going to hold you up this time. I'm not going to hold you hostage. I want to get it right. I want to get right to it. We got a dope show tonight. Um, as of course, though, like I got to pay some bills. So I got to make sure that I show the love to the people who make this show possible here at the Big Exclusive Podcast. I got to make sure I show our sponsors some love. Shout out to Bestie Booth. If you having an event, make sure you get with Bestie Booth. If you guys like what you be saying on social media with that 360 view of the video and people dancing in the middle, holla at Bestie Booth. Them two African American sisters who started that business, and let's not like let's support it. Let's not overlook the fact that those ladies took a leap of faith and they started their own business. Let's figure out a way to support them. So if you're having an event, whether it be wedding, baby shower, birthday party, bar mitzvah, any event, they just did a 5K run. So no event too big, no event too small. Holla at the young ladies and the entrepreneurs over at Bestie Booth. Shout out to Critical Shot Studio. If I look good, if I sound good, all that is a miracle. You know what I mean? Engineered by the best producer in the world. Shout out my guy Don over at Critical Shot Studio. Photography, video, audio engineering, Photoshop. If you want to look good, you want to look your best, holla at my guys over at Critical Shot Studio. Merchandise. If you need t-shirts, mugs, pens, mouse pads, anything you need as far as merchandise, you got to talk to our partners over at Epic Graphics and Crafts. Those hoodies that you guys seen that we had out for a hot second because they sold out, that was courtesy of Epic Graphics and Crafts. We're currently working on the website and we are currently working on the next batch of hoodies. So if you want a hoodie, make sure you inbox me and let me know what size you need, and we'll try to get those hoodies right out to you. iCraft Mart. Again, if you need some all natural beauty products, you know what I mean? If you want to, like, Don is actually wearing our what is that? The shea butter lotions, Golden Sand shea butter lotion. Yeah, Don is wearing that now. The executive producer is wearing that now. You can head over to www.icraftmart.com. Get you some natural shea butter lotion, some natural vegan soaps. Um, it's a bunch of stuff over there. Make sure you go over there. Tell them Big Exclusive sent you. If you bought something from iCraftMart, please, 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 please go back to the website, leave a review, and I'm gonna tell you why. iCraftMart doesn't sell major merchandise from major brands or corporation. Everything that you see on iCraftMart is made from somebody just like you, an entrepreneur who decided to believe in themselves and take a leap of faith and start their own business. And one of those is Shea Harmony. Shea Harmony offers all natural products for the body, with their whipped body butter being their most exclusive item, or being their premier item. Shea Harmony whipped and scented shea butter is sure to keep your skin moisturized, number one. Keep it soft, number two. Keep it smooth. And it also it'll soothe dry and cracked skin. It also leave you smelling amazing. If you guys have tried their whipped body butter, because we gave a bunch of them away on the show, make sure you guys, you know what I mean, spam it up in the chat room. Let everybody know that you tried the whipped body butter and how amazing it smells and how it feels on your skin. Shea Harmony also offers natural soaps, beard and hair oil, essential oil remedies, and more. Shea Harmony products can be purchased at iCraftMart.com. Shea Harmony, bringing harmony to your skin. The winter months are coming. You don't want your skin to be all dry and cracked and be all hard. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you stay soft, silky, buttery. You want your skin to be what they call supple. Supple, right? You want that supple skin. Make sure you head over to iCraftMart and pick up some Shea Harmony whipped body butters, some beard and hair oils. Also, they have this really great product. I never mention it, but I need to. Is their eczema balm. If you suffer from eczema or any type of psoriasis on your skin, check out their eczema balm. It's brilliant stuff. It's all natural. I tell people you can eat it. I wouldn't, but you could, because it's made from all your natural products. Shout out to our girl Nene, who is back in the building off her little hiatus. We happy to see her back. She said, yes, that whipped body butter is awesome. So that's all our sponsors. I want to make sure that I got everybody. Big Roll said, big supple roll. He's starting already. But without further ado, man, I got to bring in the fellas, my co-hosts, the guys who make the show super dope. My brothers from another. We got the angriest man in the podcast game. We got Angry OG. What it do, sir?
Hey, man.
Oh, what is that? You got to do something about your mic. It's got to be another mic or something in there open, bro. It's a lot of feedback. I'm gonna take it off mute. Hold on. How's that now? Nah, bro, you got to try again. You got to try again. It's another mic open, or it's another. You remember how it used to be like on the radio, and you used to call the radio station, and they were like, "Yo, turn it down, turn it down." So yeah, some type of mic open feedback. But until he fix it, I'm gonna bring in my other brother from another comedian, Top Flight. Top Flight, your mic is muted. You gotta unmute yourself.
What? That's why we having the technical difficulties.
So Flight, that's yours too, doing that. Oh, he just unmuted himself. Flight, text, mic check, mic check.
I'm gonna log off and come back on.
Okay, all right. Let me check Angry OG. OG, what's up? Oh, both of them logged off. First of all, let's give some shout outs in the chat. First and foremost, if you watching the live on Facebook, make sure y'all share the live stream.
I got my main man over here on the couch with me.
Oh, you two ugly motherfuckers together. Hey, hey, listen. That's decent. I ain't know nothing about that. That's a very pleasant surprise.
You weren't supposed to.
That's a very pleasant surprise. What's up, brothers? Ain't nobody invite me to the party?
Nah. He was dropping the tickets off and wasn't going to make it home in time.
You gotta explain nothing to him. Are we back on live? We good?
That's why you was looking to the side like a shook super villain. Like, first of all, that's a dope ass hoodie, bro. That 38 MTV, you shining right now. Matter of fact, let me give you some light. You shining with that joint on right now, bro.
You want one?
Huh?
You want one?
Yeah, of course. I don't even know why you gotta ask, man.
Wardrobe change, man, real quick.
Flight in there stripping for you?
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah.
Hey, listen. That look exclusive. That look exclusive.
How about that?
How you like that? You got exclusive merchandise, Flight?
Yes, sir.
That's dope right there. That's real dope, man.
This ain't gonna work. I don't like being this close to him.
Hey, listen. Hey, OG. Hey, OG. You remember that episode? No, what was it? Money Talks when Chris Tucker got locked up? You remember that? You ever seen that movie?
I know he's gonna go.
Top Flight is Chris Tucker, and you Faison Love, right?
He
turned his back. He said, "Wait, man, where your shirt at?" He turned his shirt off.
Hey, yo, listen.
So, OG, I want you to grab up on his ass. I want you to molest the shit out of him while he there tonight, okay?
Yo, the YouTube link you sent me, nobody can get on. It say the video has been removed.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this to your phone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the link again, because you know that happens sometime. YouTube.
Yeah, it happened before.
Yeah, YouTube will break the link or something like that. So I'm sending it to your phone right now. Again, if you on that Facebook Live, make sure you comment so we know you in the building. I just sent it to Top Flight. Let me send it to you, bro. All right, new YouTube link. That should work perfectly. In the meantime, in between time, before we start the show officially, jump into these topics. Facebook, if you're watching live on Facebook, make sure you guys share the stream, okay? Tell a friend that it's them again. I got to show some love to the people who are already on.
Send it to me, man.
I just sent it to you.
All right.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Y'all got to remember, we on social media at the Big Exclusive Podcast on everything, right? At the Big Exclusive Podcast on everything. And if you miss some episodes, you can watch them on the Big Exclusive Podcast on YouTube, or you could go to the BEpodcast.com. I ain't even say that right. The BEpodcast.com. So right off the bat, we got our guy, Big Roll, in the chat early. He said, setting up my chair, front row, grabbing my black and mild, yelling, hey, yo, what up, family? What up? Again, we happen to see Nene back. She definitely family top. Like she said, she front row with Big Roll. He also said dope hoodies. Yeah, Big Roll. You see these niggas wild. That's dope. No invite for Shannon. They pieces of shit. What can I say?
Don't fuck a boy like that. He a rat.
Yeah, they don't fuck with me like that. Shout out to Kari Morris on the check. He said Top Flight on Thanos' couch. We got Atia Clark on the check-in. How y'all doing? We doing real good. We got our sister Dawn on the YouTube check-in. Dawn, what's up? What's happening? Shout out to Crystal. She says she tuning all the way in from Nevada. Love the hoodie, angry. And Top, I need my tickets. We got all our family checking in. Shout out to Tiffany Ann Dennis. She said, ready for another explosive show. Hashtag family love. We always say here on the Big Exclusive Podcast, we don't have fans. If you tune into the show, if you participate, if you shared the flyer, if you did anything to support us in any way, you basically family. So when you see us on the street, treat us like family. True story. Shout out to Summer Thomas in the building. She said, this is too cute. Ain't they cute over there on the couch together? I'm waiting for him to put his arm around there. Oh, my man. Look, you know it's a special episode when we got Victor Newman in the building. Shout out to Daryl Garrett. We got Smoke, a.k.a. Victor Newman, in the building. It's going to be a good show tonight. It's gonna be a good show tonight. It's gonna get a little crazy. I'm looking forward to the shit. If y'all don't know what we talk about tonight, I'm gonna drop the topics on the screen right quick so y'all know what we talking about tonight. Do I have it? There it is, right there. We're gonna talk a little Ben Simmons. We're gonna talk Default Dad. We're gonna talk Squid Games. We got a TikTok video of the week that's gonna be explosive. I can't wait to play that one. On the set of Rust, somebody died. Squid Games? The opioid crisis. Last week, we did the 10 whitest foods. This week, we got the 10 blackest foods, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about male privilege. And as always, you can ask Angry OG if you have a question. Shoot it to the inbox. Drop it in the chat. If you're family to the show, you know family always participate in the show. So now that we got all that out the way, right? I gotta ask. I ask every week. Flight, how was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was amazing and extravagant and just full of bells and whistles and women and food and beach and water and trees. And you want me to keep going, or is that enough?
And COVID.
And COVID.
Yo, I had caught your live you did. Shout out to Flight. He was in the U.S. Virgin Islands this weekend. Comedy is taking this man all across the country, man. He doing this thing everywhere he go.
Say that.
He almost was out of the country.
Almost. I was this close.
But it was beautiful where you was at. I said COVID because I was fucking with you, bro. He got on camera.
That's why I always call you Shane.
He was coughing a little too hard for me, Don. He was coughing like a mom. I said, yo, what the fuck? You got COVID? But it was beautiful. Big Rose said grind time comedy. Yeah, Flight definitely be on this grind. Shout out to Top Flight. I'm happy you had that type of weekend. We do have another live coming up. We do have another live broadcast. I don't have the flyer in front of me, but through the magic of the iPhone, I can pull it right up and I can tell y'all it's going to be X marks the spot, 6364 Stanton Avenue. And it's going to be November 13th, Saturday, November 13th. We're going to do like we always do when we do a live podcast. So we're going to go from 6 to 8 for the live podcast. If you get tickets, then you're going to slide over to the main venue. And then what you're going to do is enjoy a night of comedy featuring, let me see. Okay, Flight is hosting, but you got the headliners, Eddie Green. So if you've been to a Top Flight show, or even if you haven't, you might want to go ahead and get tickets for this live podcast. When I say very limited seats, the seats are very, very limited. It's not a huge venue like at Punchline. It's a much more intimate venue, which means you get to interact more with us. You'll be able to interact with comedians, and they always do a great job of sticking around after the show to show love. So I want to make sure y'all show love back by picking up some big exclusive podcast merchandise, some Top Flight, taking off merchandise. That's the best way to show love. So you want to get your tickets now. Don't wait till the last minute. It's November 13th. Me, Angry OG, Top Flight will be there. He's going to help. He's going to host the podcast. Then he's going to host the comedy show. Eddie Green going to headline it. And he going to hit you with a little did. What is it, Flight? How it go?
Did.
If you don't know that joke, show up just for that joke. Please show up just for that joke. But with that being said, Angry OG, how was your weekend, bro? I need to know how your weekend was.
I usually get you the generic. It was 2 days. My weekend started off. It was almost started off.
Nene said, put 2 tickets to the side for me. I get my food stamps next week. I'm crying.
We'll take it double. We take stamps. So that means it's 40 a ticket and food stamps.
Can we get 3X merch, please? It's on the way, Big Roll. But I'm dying to hear about Angry OG weekend. Well, how was your weekend, bro?
I had a mixed bag.
You had a mixed bag?
Yeah, it almost started off shitty on Friday. I had to go to Robbinsville, New Jersey, which is an hour away. I think I left, it was like 12 something, and I didn't eat yet. So I stopped at McDonald's.
So I think we all know where this motherfucking story had it.
My homeboy Anthony Medlock told me, he's like, "Oh, hey, you ain't got no business eating that shit." I said, "I'm gonna be cool." I eat the fucking cheeseburger meal. Go, get to Robbinsville, New Jersey. As soon as I pull up, the BGs start jumping. I was like, "Oh shit!" So I sit there and let it settle down. I go in and get my stuff, come out. Now I'm on my way. I've got to make it back an hour to the crib. Man, my motherfucking, the small of my back was hurting all the way back. So I get to the crib. So I grab the box. I start not to grab the box because any sudden movement.
And you gonna strain and try to grab a box?
Yo, my grippers almost gave out, man. So I comes in the house. If it wasn't no bathroom downstairs, man, my grippers would have totally failed. So that was my Friday, right? So Saturday, I gotta go out East Stroudsburg.
He said the lower his back was hurting.
That shit was hurting, man.
His lower back was hurting. His grippers almost gave out.
My grippers almost gave out, man.
I'm sorry.
So now Saturday, I go to Stroudsburg to meet with Dylan that was on the show last week.
Shout out to him.
So I come back. I don't got to piss the whole way back. So I get back. Summer was with me. I get back. I was in her car. So I get back. I get in my car and pull off. So when I pull off, now I got to piss real bad, like real bad, to the point that as soon as I turn this corner, I'm pulling over and get out, and if somebody see me pissing, I'm just pissing outside. That's how bad it was. I turn the corner, I swerve over the park, went to put my shit in park. When I touch the thing, the pee start coming out, man.
Oh.
We want to send a special request to the adult diaper company.
I'm gonna need it. Let me finish.
Sponsor the show, please.
Because it didn't just trickle out. That shit came out like I'm supposed to be pissing on myself. And I couldn't stop it. So I'm pissing. I'm like, yo, you pissing on yourself. But I couldn't stop it. So I just was like, fuck it, and just pushed it all out, man. Like, Now I'm in the car pissy. Got it. I come back.
Oh my God.
I come to the crib.
Oh,
I
shit.
park in the back, come to the crib. She's like, why you back so fast? I said, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Whew.
Go to
Nigga
the
said P. Diddy.
I was like Pissy Elliott, man. Like Christopher Williams.
If I'm peeing, just let me pee.
So I act like I gotta go to the bathroom.
Hey, yo.
So I go in the bathroom, I come clean, like the pissy clothes on the floor. So now I just grab some laundry like I needed to do laundry. Take a load downstairs, throw the pissy stuff in the wash machine, man. Just get me the rocking chair and Depends and sit me on the porch, man. It's over with for me. So that's how my weekend went, man.
I don't think nobody can top that, man. We ain't even gonna ask nobody
I
else.
peed, like all the pee in my body came out, like all of it. Like, like the little came out, all the pee came out, all of it.
Yeah, you emptied the reserve tank too?
Did I? Then I had to go out and clean the fucking car seat, got puddles of piss. Like, yo, come on, man.
You definitely had a mixed bag this weekend, OG.
That was how my weekend went, man.
Oh shit.
So anybody want to donate to my Depends fund?
Yes,
it'd be greatly appreciated.
It's a must.
I'd rather piss on myself than for my grippers to fail, though. If my grippers would have failed, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah, that the grip is failing. Like that would have been.
Yeah, I wouldn't even said nothing.
Oh.
Right.
Shit. You definitely had a mixed bag this weekend, OG.
But the meeting what dining was good though, was great.
So yeah, let's just recap that last week. He said, rest in peace, bladder. Let us pray. All right, so just a short recap. Dylan, he is the owner of Love Nature's Technology. If you're watching live, his website is scrolling across the ticker at the bottom. It's www.lovenature'stechnology. And he wholesales every he said just 2 days that went by.
Yep.
He is the owner of Love Nature's Technology, who sells wholesale shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter, essential oils, fragrance oils, containers, trash bags. Like he's got a multitude of things, and he presented with some opportunities for business owners. He put together some packages for the Big Exclusive Podcast. So you spend like $250 and you can potentially make back like $1,200.
Quick flip it is $700.
Quick flip it.
If you quick flip it, you get $700. But if you do
if you take it the long way.
Yeah.
So interesting. Can you tell us a little bit about what you saw when you went up there? What was that like?
He had all kinds of different body butters, black soap. He had liquid black soap. He had the bars of black soap, and he had the black soap that foams when you dispense it.
Oh yeah.
He had incense. He had oil, essential oils. He had CBD oil.
Yeah, yup. CBD hemp.
He had like this organic toothpaste that he get ready to start get going or whatever. He had a lot of stuff up there, man.
So that's breaking news to me. Like a lot of the stuff, a lot of the vendors you see on the iCraft Mart website use
hand sanitizer that you could get and break it down and sell a hand sanitizer, package it yourself. Get like a gallon container of it.
Yep, and I think what's important to say too is he actually produces stuff for retail. So even if you not interested in
Yeah, he has
take,
smaller. Yeah,
yeah, he'll white label it for you, which means,
yeah.
you know what I mean, you can get it
Yeah.
with no label on it, and you can put your own label on it and retail it for whatever price you
So he,
decide or
so he had
whatever the
like
market.
say like his price for was like a container of raw shea butter was $5, but he'll sell it to you for $2.50 to give you room to make money off of it. If you don't want to buy, in bulk, like the bulk size raw shea butter. If you want it already packaged up and everything, he'll sell it to you like that.
All right. So again, the website is at the bottom of the screen. If you interested in starting your own skincare line, fragrance oil line, essential oil, whatever it is that you want to do, if you just want to buy bulk shea butters to break them down and retail them, you could do that as well. So get with Love Nature's Technology and ask for Dyline, and I'm sure he'll actually give you the best price he can, because he just play fair like that. He want to see everybody win. And I appreciate him coming on to the show. Let's jump into the show though, man. We got some good topics tonight. As usual, I'm gonna let y'all decide what we talk about first. Excuse me, because I'm ready, and I'm sure the people ready. And if you have not done so and you tuned into the Facebook, make sure you share this live. Let's bring other people in on the conversation. Let's start tagging some people. Tag your friends, tag family, bring them in on the conversation, because as you can see, we got some really good topics, and I think this is going to be a fun show tonight. And as always, we allow our family to participate in the show. So if we talking about something and you have an opinion and you feel like, you want to get it off on air, we'll drop the link in the chat and we'll add you to the show if you're inspired to be added to the show. So anything out there jumping out at you guys tonight, right now? OG, I think I want to go with the topic you came up with.
On the default dad.
Default dad. Let's
Oh
talk
man,
about default dad. Because when you was telling me about this, my mind was just
I was flaming like it happened to me.
so.
Like so,
Explain what default dad is.
in Michigan, say if a woman goes to get support, like DPW welfare, whatever, they have to give up a name. You can't just say you don't know who the father is. So they give up a name. So now that person that they give up that name is on the hook as the parent of this child, irregardless if you are or not. So this one guy, he was like, man, I didn't even have sex with the girl. She just put my name down because she knew I had got settlement money, and she ended up getting his money. Like they call you a dad by default. So it was another guy. He was a pastor. He was married. He had 3 kids. He ended up finding out 2 of them wasn't his.
Damn.
So they get divorced. They make him pay for those 2 kids, even though the paternity test shows they're not his kids. Another guy, he was in jail when they said they served him his papers, which was a lie because he was in jail. So now they just automatically make him owe child support for a child that's not his. So he take the test, he get out, he take the test, and prove he's not the dad, but they tell him, oh, it's too late. Like, how is it too late to prove that you somebody's parent? It's never too late.
I would agree with that. So some of the same. So I'm gonna ask you, because I asked you these questions. Yeah, Roll, this is a true story. He talking about, say what, angry? Yeah, this is a true story.
In Michigan.
So some of the questions I had as you was looking through the story, because you put me on, I was very unfamiliar that this kind of stuff was happening. And Roll, what state was this? Is Michigan. Big Roll. So the one of the questions I had when you was initially telling me the story was how, like, the guy proved that he wasn't the father. The judge, you said, admonished him.
The judge, when he went through all the stuff he had to go through going through court. So the lady judge admonished him, was like, I don't believe you going this far. You taking this far. Like, so you going to just bastardize a child? Like, what the fuck you mean I'm gonna bastardize a child? It's not my child. She bastardized the child by having the baby by somebody that she don't want to put on the hook for. I'm not bastardizing by not wanting to take care of something that's not mine.
Exactly. So the question I had was, I have shit ton of questions. But for sake of time for the show, so that we can get to everything, what recourse do these men have, and are they?
He just got to pay. One guy lost his license. He went to jail. Then the one guy, hey, took $69,000 or $70,000 from him, and then he got to pay $454 a month for a kid that's not a child that's on paper as not being his. They got the paperwork to show that these kids are not theirs. The white dude didn't even have sex with the lady. She just dropped his name at the welfare office, and she took his settlement money. They took his settlement money. But the reason why they're not compelled to act on this, because once you go through the system, the state gets 66 cents off each dollar they collect in child support. So why would they want to abolish that rule?
It's not. I don't mind if they don't want to abolish it. The problem is, well, yeah, they would have to abolish it the way it's written currently.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Like,
because that's like Summer said, that's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
So they don't feel compelled to do it because now they're taking money out their pocket.
And
6 cents off each dollar they collect.
And if you don't pay, you could go to jail for non-payment.
They took his license first, and then he went to jail.
That's crazy. Tiffany Ann said, my cousin was told even though the blood test proved he wasn't the father, because he signed the birth certificate, he was automatically liable. Right. And
but they didn't even sign no birth certificates. The dude said he never even had sex with the lady. She just knew he got support settlement money.
So Big Rose said, what if you get your balls clipped, aka a vasectomy, and have paperwork to show it's done? Serious question. I don't think it matters, because in its simplest terms, like a woman in Michigan could actually do this. You let me know if I'm wrong, OG. She could get pregnant, have a baby, pick a name out of a fucking hat, any name, say it's his, and that man is owed child support.
They're coming after him.
You want to know how to stop this shit? You want to know how to get the laws changed? You have all the women who don't know who the baby fathers are start looking up the largest companies in Detroit, or no, I'm sorry. Start looking up the largest companies in Michigan. Start dropping those white men names who are the CEOs, CFOs, COOs of those companies, and watch how fast that law get changed.
That ain't gonna work. You got to go to drop some of the LBGQ. I'll make sure I say the letters right. You drop one of their names, and then you'll get a quicker response.
Because look, at the end of the day, being gay is not a defense, right? Like, it don't matter.
It don't mean your organs don't work. Like,
it's drop.
It don't matter. It don't matter what. All you have to do is be a male at that point.
Exactly.
Nothing else matters at that point, as long as you a male.
Yep.
Nene said, pick a celebrity. Eminem's still in Michigan, right? Kid Rock is in Michigan. I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't name any other celebrities in Michigan. Nene said, pick a celebrity, and I bet the law will change. And I agree. Like Flight said, you pick somebody from the LGBTQ. Damn, I don't want to fuck that up. IA.
Man, the gooch. Just say the gooch.
Yeah, you pick some.
Everybody was scared of the gooch, and nobody ain't never see the gooch. The LBT, whatever, the alphabet soup, they the gooch.
This one of them, you supposed to get Kanye West and be like, how, Sway?
Right, how, Sway? And Summer said, and one of the women came on and said she thought it was wrong.
But she ain't get the money back.
She ain't stopped collecting them checks, though.
Mm-hmm.
Big Rose said, okay, bottom line, I'm good with them Michigan hoes. Fuck the Wolverines, the Pistons, Lions, whoever. So the last thing I want to say about this, I just had a quick question, because we're going to talk about male privilege tonight. And I see a couple women commented who think it's wrong. But is this situation one of the situations where feminists would be an ally in this
They're
situation?
not gonna get on the side of nothing like that. They only out for what they out for. That don't serve their agenda at all. So why would they join that battle? They out for self. That don't fit under the umbrella. So why would they fight that fight?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Summer. Wrong is wrong. But you would think that feminists want equality, right? That's a hard situation.
On certain things.
Yeah.
They only money on certain things.
Yeah. I think a lot of that just be cherry picking.
Yeah.
I guess we can get a little more in depth on that a little later on. But real quick, let's talk about Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons, after being fined, finally showed up for the 76ers training camp. He was just out there looking like a lost puppy. They started, matter of fact, what did they kick him out of practice?
Yeah, because he was being a dickhead. Like he was being light skinned.
Now, keep in mind, Ben Simmons is under contract with the 76ers.
4 more years.
They couldn't get a deal done for him. So he remains with the team. And I'm sure they're working diligently behind the scenes to try to find a deal for Ben Simmons. Because right now, you know, you have a very expensive cheerleader. He's not even a cheerleader at this point. You have a very expensive, disgruntled employee on your hands. He refused to participate in the first game, so they started fining him. Then he pivoted and said that he was dealing with some mental issues.
First he said his back was hurting, and then he went to the mental issue shit.
Okay.
Yeah, he said his back was hurting first, and then he came with the mental issues or whatever.
Big Rose said, I agree with Angry. He was acting very I'll be sure.
All right, first of all, y'all not gonna sit here and attack all the light-skinned brothers from my era. Okay? He was acting Nino Brownish. How about that?
No, that nigga acting like he light-skinned, man. He high yellow.
Nah.
So my thing is my input on it. You know what? I'm gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna take Ben's side. So all y'all gonna sit around and y'all just gonna talk about me. Y'all gonna blame it on me.
About Jesus Christ.
On me and say we lost all the games because of me.
That's not what they said.
What did they say?
They just about how he played.
All right.
Check his stats though.
So you got the head coach say, I don't think we can win with him.
He didn't say that.
Doc didn't say that.
He said, I don't know.
Doc didn't say exactly.
If you win with him as your point guard, he said, I don't know.
He said, I don't know.
So my thing is, you can't take no kind of criticism.
No, hold on.
You can't take no criticism.
Your part of your job as a professional athlete is understanding what comes along with being a professional athlete.
All right, that's
You're
fine.
a grown ass man who gets paid millions of dollars to play a game.
Anyway,
and that level of entitlement, because a motherfucker said, shoot the fucking ball. Shoot the fucking ball, Ben. Shoot the fucking ball, Ben. Please shoot the ball, Ben.
Y'all knew I couldn't shoot. When I got here, y'all knew I couldn't shoot.
It ain't even about, but shoot. We don't care if you miss. Shoot though. Just shoot.
It's bigger than this thing. Bigger than me in my Nino Brown voice, because I'm not the only one. Why? Markel Fultz, whatever, he had issues here.
He's still a hoagie still to the day. He wasn't shit. That was a bad draft pick.
What?
That was a bad draft pick.
Joel wasn't all that great when he first got here.
No, let me explain something to you.
Michael Carter Williams.
He ain't in the league no more. You taking all these hoagies that was bad
all
draft
right,
picks.
But this everybody
that was bad draft picks though. That was bad draft picks.
Everybody that y'all picked.
Those dudes was bad draft picks. It goes to show
it's across the board with the Sixers organization.
No.
I think that's thinking too small. I think it's every Philadelphia organization.
That was bad draft picks. That's all.
Like
let me say this.
He can go into the Eagles.
What that got to do with him?
Charles Bradley.
So you can't accept criticism. So you're not going to play because they talking about me. So I want to leave.
They gonna talk about you in every city you go play to.
Yeah.
Every time you at the foul line,
His argument
people
is
gonna boo
my
you.
thing is,
talking about
that's anybody. So
LeBron,
let me get this right.
KD.
You
So
pay me
if
$40
you-
million. You think I'm gonna give a fuck if you talk about me? If I'm
Nope.
sitting up the joint,
Nope.
You go to work every day. You ain't gonna go
Nope.
in there with a different demeanor. With a
Yeah,
different
but guess
style.
what? But guess what? No, you
I
listen.
know y'all ain't here talking about.
I
Listen.
don't give a fuck about what nobody got to say.
All right, you don't.
Long
But
as
you
my-
still,
long as my
you
check is
still,
on
you
time.
still gonna go to work with a different personality.
He don't want to go to
a
work
different
though.
Character.
He don't want to go to work, and now
You're
you're
not
gonna
gonna walk
claim.
in there.
Now you're gonna claim mental illness so you can get paid. That's a bitch ass move to claim mental illness when there's people out here that's really mentally ill.
I don't want to be
Nothing is
here.
wrong with him. He's just a bitch.
No, it's
Nothing
obviously
is,
something
he's
wrong.
not,
with
he don't
him,
have
bro.
no mental issues. He just claimed that because in the collective bargaining agreement, if he claimed that, they got to pay him.
Is something wrong with him?
He's a bitch.
Before this,
he
even,
likes it.
Before.
Hey, so wait, Angry OG, ban the bitch is a mental illness, okay?
Let's
just
light
clarify
skin.
that.
He's light skin.
How, Sway?
ban light skin, light skin may be a mental issue as well.
$35 a year to play a fucking game.
Regardless,
That's true.
if you making
I wouldn't give a
$35
fuck if y'all threw tomatoes at me on the court.
Somebody at your job is making $35 an hour. What difference do it make? If
Dude,
they
you
go,
gotta
you
think
go
it's
to
And
work
a
every
Flight.
day, and these motherfuckers in here talking shit about you. You can't sit here and tell me you would feel some type of way. You ain't go. You gonna react some way.
I'm not
Everybody
gonna take my ball and go home.
Let me say this.
You
Hold
might
on.
dribble down the other end. Why everybody? Hey man, we down
I'm
here.
not gonna take
Flight.
my ball and go home.
Flight. Let me ask you a question. All right. You're a comedian. Your job is to entertain people, right?
Yes,
This is what you do for a living,
yes,
right? So now, it don't matter how big or how big or small the room is. You're gonna do your 1-2, right?
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because I am here now. Here, hold on. Now I know where you get ready to go.
Okay.
Why? Because it is my job to make people laugh. But have I been in situations where I've told the same jokes to a different group of people and it don't work? So guess what? I'm in time, man. Fuck y'all. Shit.
All right then. That's so.
So here's the thing.
What's
Listen. You
difference
still
is
showed
you
up though, right?
Listen,
you still showed up, right?
I'm still not up here giving the same effort I would to the same
Why
type
not?
of crowd because y'all motherfuckers ain't laughing. They ain't laughing. It ain't
Flight.
fucking me. It's y'all.
Flight. First
This
of all,
my game. This is the same thing with him. This my game. Y'all don't like it. I'm never going to shoot. So either y'all going to like it or not.
Dude,
I'm going to tell these same jokes.
You're 6'10" in the playoffs under the basket with a midget coming. You could have
you
just
late-
dunked on him.
All right,
You're going to pass the fucking ball.
Okay, so you want to go there? Then that's mental. He passed the ball because he knew if he missed it or he got fouled, he had to go to the foul line.
And to be honest,
in his
this
mind,
is my take
he
on
like,
that.
oh my
take
God.
on that.
The
The
last thing I
The
want to
pussy
do.
been trying to play his way out of town. He's never wanted to be here because he's a Hollywood ass dude. He wanted to be out there on the left coast. So he trying to play his way out of fucking town because now you put in all these videos, you shooting jump shots, playing against people, you shooting jumpers. He playing his way out of town. That's what the fuck he was trying to do.
I mean, listen.
So listen.
He's hurting himself because who gonna want to play with a bitch ass dude like that?
So
Would you want to play with him?
So
If you quit once, you would quit twice.
Exactly, and don't nobody want to quit her on
He
their
quit
team.
on his team in college. He quit.
Here's the thing I'm gonna say. Here's what I want to say.
Knew this.
All right,
They knew all
exactly.
this.
But
Y'all
that don't make what he doing acceptable though.
How don't make it acceptable when you knew?
All right, but guess
Dude,
what?
you can't listen.
So hold on.
An angry old head. I know what I'm signing up for. You're gonna be angry at some fucking point.
But that's different.
How's it different? How's it different? I know what I'm getting myself into.
Big roll nailed it. Big roll nailed it. Right? He said, "Angry and Flight on the couch is a gift and a curse. Exclusive got to mute them both at the same time." Laughing my ass off.
I'm about to put him out.
My man Kari said, "We in the barbershop." So here's what I want to say. Flight, you killed your own argument because bottom line, even if you told the same jokes to the motherfuckers who wasn't laughing, you still showed up and you still gave it that energy. You still did what you was paid to do, right? You still did what you was paid to do, right?
Because he wouldn't practice. That's
right.
like doing the work and sitting at your desk like this. You ain't gonna do shit, and I'm gonna pay you. No, you gonna go the fuck home. If I tell you to get in the drill and you don't go in, I tell you twice and you don't go in. How the fuck I'm gonna let you stay in the practice? It's gonna be to the detriment of the rest of the team. Take your motherfucking ass home.
I'm gonna stand on stage,
and then you're not gonna get paid though. Then you won't get paid.
Right.
You tell
shout out to Tiffany Ann. She said, bottom line, go to work. That's what you're getting paid for.
Yeah.
Period. And I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm with y'all on that.
But the thing is,
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
If it's nothing wrong with him really mentally, if he's not going through nothing mentally, they got a special place in hell for a motherfucker that claim that shit.
But he is.
But see, here's the thing. I'm always extremely leery because mental health is not something you can really see.
If it's
not something tangible, right? My thing is, if he says he has mental health issues, I'm more inclined to believe him and give him the
you can't just
benefit of the doubt, right? But you also have to be actively pursuing treatment as well.
Exactly.
Now
that's just go home and be chilling.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actively pursuing treatment or not. But if it comes out in the wash in the documentary 25 years from now that he just really didn't want to play for the Sixers, I agree with OG. Is a special place in hell for somebody like that. Now, the overall problem I have with this Philadelphia sports landscape is this. Every owner has to be aware of what type of city Philadelphia is. You have to hire executives who understand what kind of city this is. Because I agree with Topp Flight when he said they knew this. It's scouting reports that are surfacing on the internet right now that says he's not motivated. He's a quitter if he doesn't get his way. Everything's got to run through him. Hence why they got rid of Jimmy Butler. So now I blame if we're going to hold somebody accountable, it's going to be the Sixers front office. Just like I would hold the Eagles front office, the Flyers front office, the Soul front office. I would hold them accountable because you know what kind of city this is. Every player goes through some type of test or mental health check before they ever sign any major contract in sports. You have to be able to look at references, look at college coaches, look at somebody who's coached these kids along the way to see if they have the mental toughness to be in a city like Philadelphia. Philadelphia wasted that pick on Markelle Fultz. I'm starting to feel like they wasted that pick on Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons is a hell of a player. He just lacks certain stuff in his game. The other reason I have an issue with the Sixers front office is because as an owner, you put people in position to lead. Those leaders put people or delegate responsibility, or it's their job to find the best people to do those specific jobs. They're not finding the right people or leaders to learn how to motivate Ben and help give him the confidence.
Paycheck is motivation enough.
That money is not always a motivator, bro. Sports, like, let's not assume that money is a motivator.
Make you go out there.
No, man.
Supposed to do.
It's people like Kobe. It's people like Jordan. It's people who fucking love the game who don't give a shit about the money, bro.
Exactly.
They want to win it all. They want to win a championship.
Competitive nature. You bring out. You go out there and half-ass it. If you a fucking dog, you gonna go out there and play.
And that's what I'm saying. Whose job is it to make sure they picking those people? Whose job is it?
You can't put it on. He take blame for that shit too. He's not doing his job.
Listen, is he an all-star? Is he first team all defense?
Yeah.
All right, so what do you mean he's not doing his job?
In the playoffs, he didn't do his job. They talked about him, and he act like a bitch. Like, you can't get talked about. Now,
yeah, man, I'm not saying that, man. I'm not saying that man not doing his job. He is doing his job. He not doing the job that they want him to do.
From the foul line, then.
He not doing the job they want him to do. 4
times in the fourth quarter in the last 3 games. He didn't even shoot. He wouldn't even shoot.
Bro, is that the first time he performed?
Is that
the first time he performed that way?
It wasn't his game throughout the season, though. It wasn't. It wasn't. Pull his shit up. You got your phone right there. Google his shit from the regular season to the playoffs.
Hey,
Google it.
You know what? I want a how sway.
Google it.
How,
listen,
bro?
listen. All right, we
record season stats.
all right. We gonna make some final points on this so we can move on. Here's the thing: certain players have periods in the biggest games where they don't perform well because they haven't been there before. They don't have enough experience. I can think of a bunch of players right off the top of my head who didn't do well when they finally reached the playoffs or they finally reached the championship.
I'm not giving them that crutch.
Okay, fine. That's fine. I'm just giving you my final thought on it. My problem is the coaches for the Philadelphia 76ers, instead of playing to that man's strengths and using him accordingly, they keep expecting him to be something he's
What
not.
is his strength? What is his
That's
strength?
Defense, passing, rebounding, assisting, scoring close to the basket. Those are his strengths.
He don't even score.
He's never going to be a long range. He's never going to be a Steph Curry.
Why have him in the
can't
game?
Shoot.
Why was he in the game?
He can't shoot.
Why
He
was
don't
he in
even
the
know
game?
which hand he is. That's why he fucked up.
He
Stick a
shouldn't
hand
even
like he
been
don't
in.
even know.
Because they keep putting expectations on him. He shouldn't have not even been in the
Come on,
game
man.
at that point in time. But they keep putting him in the wrong time.
Nene said, how you going to let fans stop you from
It's
getting
never
your
a wrong
bread?
time for a superstar to be in the game. Never a wrong time.
So you admit
Never
he's a
wrong time
superstar.
for a superstar to be in the game. Never.
So you admit he's a superstar.
That's what they called him.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, is he supposed to be?
No, not what he's supposed to be.
Is he or isn't he?
Is he a superstar or isn't he?
In my book, no. He get paid like one, so you play like one. If they paying you like one, that's how the fuck you supposed to play.
Man,
and it's never a wrong time for somebody like him to be in the game.
It's been niggas stealing. It's been niggas stealing since the inception of the NBA.
Man,
you need to stop.
Shit,
Let's get to some of these comments and then we moving on. Shout out to Nene. She said, how you gonna let fans stop you from getting your bread? Yeah, something wrong with you. Summer said he didn't have mental health issues until his team iced him out. His feelings were hurt, so now he's like a kid at recess with no friends. I could definitely agree with that. Big Rose said NBA and NFL players are given psych evaluations to see if mentally able to cope with fame, the fortune, the fans, the cheers, and the boos. Everybody ain't built to handle the whole bag. He also said only draft choice the Sixers got right was AI. With that being said, we're going to leave Ben Simmons where he at. Like I said, if he got mental issues, I hope he gets the help he needs. If not,
I doubt if he do.
If not, he the biggest piece of shit that ever played, to ever put on a Sixers jersey.
Claiming that.
So Ben Simmons default dad. I think we need to lighten the mood or should we keep it going? What y'all want to do? Flight, pick a topic. Male privilege.
Is there such a thing?
So, you said, is it such a thing?
Yeah.
Apparently it is, bro.
If you white.
In what way?
All right, so
what black male has ever had privilege?
So male privilege is you gonna say what black male ever had? Male privilege is defined as male privilege is a system of advantages or rights that are available to men solely on the basis of their sex. A man's access to these benefits may vary depending on how closely they match their society's idea of masculine norm. Academic studies of male privilege were a focus of a feminist scholarship during the 1970s.
That don't exist in our community.
What doesn't exist in our community?
Male privilege. Not in our community.
So you don't think male privilege exists in our community?
No.
Now, listen to the definition again. Male privilege is a system of advantages or rights that are available to men solely on the basis of their sex.
You didn't have to reiterate it. I would still say the same thing.
Bitch. Go back.
Right, but male privilege is by definition isn't black or white.
I said it don't exist in our community.
Okay.
We could talk about who it exists for, but I don't have no white friends, so I don't hear what you know.
So
I
what
don't
is
hear
what is
anything
but
about
what
that
I'm saying is, what does that have to do with male privilege?
because I don't know a male that had privilege. You know, that's taking advantage of that. Do you?
But
Have you ever had male
it
privilege bestowed upon you?
it depends on what your definition of privilege is what I'm saying.
You just defined it. You just told me. What you forgot?
You did just read.
You read it twice. Read it thrice.
How, Sway?
These motherfuckers just hype for no reason. They get
I
excited.
kind of
man.
like this.
They
Hold on,
can't-
time out. I got some
Okay.
privilege. This couch is nice. I just want to say that this is. I see why he angry because this couch is hugging the shit out of me. I done took 2 naps. I ain't even in my bed and I'm sleeping. Go ahead. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just want to say that.
So I was asking you, what do you consider male privilege?
You
I didn't
defined
ask. You shut up for a second, please.
No. You
Yeah,
defined
because you're not making no sense right now.
Right.
I'm trying to
It
explain
don't make
to
no
you what
sense
I
if
mean.
You don't provide no fucking answer. So of course it don't make no sense if you ain't gonna answer it. How it
What
don't
am I-
make no sense? I asked you a simple question.
What
Have you ever had male privilege bestowed upon you, brother?
can't nobody bestow male
Have you ever
privilege
had male
upon you?
privilege? Have you ever had male privilege?
Yes, by default, because I'm a man. I have
Expound on it.
this. If you
Why the fuck are you stuttering?
because you just angry for no fucking reason.
Why are you stuttering?
Because you keep talking about you don't benefit from male privilege in your
I don't.
community. And it
I
ain't got
don't.
shit to do with the community. It's on the basis
don't.
that you was born with a
Have you
dick.
ever had
It
privilege?
don't matter if you black, white,
Have you ever
Asian,
had privilege
Indian,
before, brother?
Russian, none of that shit. It don't
Have you
matter.
ever had privilege, my brother?
No, sir.
Okay.
How do you understand if you have male privilege if you don't know what it is?
Because they already had their foot on our neck since the beginning of time.
Wait, what? Who had what foot?
Now he don't understand English.
He said
Did you
because
hear what
they had a foot on our
Did you hear
neck
what I said?
since the beginning of time.
Yeah. Where the fuck is the
I
privilege
mean,
at?
I think what's happening is he's basing it off
Huh?
of the definition that you read.
Where is the privilege?
So that's what we're going off. We're going off the definition.
If I go on a job interview and the woman go on a job interview, they gonna hire me because I'm a male and not her? A black man over a female? You think so?
They're going to go with the most qualified.
And the woman is going to be the most qualified in their eyes. Especially.
All right. So let me give you some examples based off my research of some male privilege, and then we can continue the conversation. Male privilege when it comes to social norms, right? Men can dominate conversations without being judged. Women are perceived as too talkative, even if they're speaking less. When one study showing that a woman needs to make up 60 to 80% of a group to have equal time in a conversation. Number 2, you are less likely to be interrupted when you speak. Studies of men and women showed that both interrupted women more than men. You're not automatically assumed to know what you're talking about or subjected to mansplaining. Common vocabulary favors your gender as a default, with language like mankind and foreman and dictionary definitions of words created by men. You're subject to less scrutiny for ways you speak. When you criticize, for example, they're more likely to point out when women do it and ignore when men do it. Sex and relationships. You're more likely to be congratulated for having lots of sex rather than shamed for it or being called a slut. You're not judged as a slut, even for things unrelated to your sex life, like the way you dress or how conventionally attractive you are. You are not judged as approved for making your own choices about who you want to have sex with. You are not taught that sexuality exists only for other people or stigmatized for masturbating. The media, popular sex advice, and normative definitions of sex focus primarily on your pleasure, especially if you're a cisgender. Gender and harassment. You're less likely to be targeted.
No, I was being watched while I was doing it.
Huh?
No, I'm sorry. This different. We next to each other. My bad. Go ahead.
I know. If I'm missing something, let me know. Stop me.
No, you good.
Gender harassment and violence. You are less likely to be the target of street harassment. The majority of women have experienced street harassment in their lives. Most of the men who do are queer, non-gender, nor conforming. You can have casual, friendly interaction with the stranger, like exchanging a smile or responding to a greeting without worrying about a stranger taking it as a sexual invitation and telling you to lighten up if you don't. You can turn down the date without worrying about being verbally attacked, physically assaulted, or even killed. You can drink in a bar alone, unbothered, and many other public spaces, including bookstores, coffee shops, festivals, and more. A woman alone is often assumed to be available for men to talk to and harass. You can travel alone without worrying about being targeted for violence because of your gender.
I can't remember all that shit.
You can stop me at any time. I'm just giving you examples of the.
I got ADD. You said too much. I just remember. You ever been able to out-talk a black woman?
Well, I've been with a white one for the last 4 years, so no.
Crystal said, hold on, angry men are actually more inclined to get the job and the raise, black men included.
If I go on the job interview and the white woman is there, it's between me and her, you could bet your bottom dollar my black ass ain't getting that job. So cut it out. Cut it the fuck out.
Bitch. Cool that.
Crystal said, OMG, I cannot type all that I need to say right now. Racism does not allow you to ignore and dismiss the existence of male privilege. And any man's denial of the existence of male privilege is actually the privilege at play.
Coming from a feminist.
Andrea said, the Top Flight bring batteries for the smoke detectors. He got it. He picked it up.
You goddamn right. I went to Home Depot. Well, that ain't no be no more beeping over here. This is some privilege for your ass. Look at this shit. With the camera, right? Get it all in there.
Nah. So, based off the examples that I was reading off, do you still believe you don't benefit from?
I just think a feminist wrote that, so I'm inclined to believe what I want to believe.
Okay.
I mean, it do exist, but
okay, that was good enough for me.
It exists
because here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. Most men benefit from male privilege, and it does not matter whether we know. I mean, if we don't know we benefit from male privilege, we just ignorant to the fact that we benefit from it because we didn't know. The problem is that once you're made aware of it and you continue the behavior, then you start to walk the lines of toxic masculinity because you know better, and instead of doing better, like and here's why it's a little bit of a double-edged sword for me, right? Because a lot of what women call male privilege is something that we all grew up with. Mainly women taught us. He gonna play that fucking nut ass smoke detector.
It's my bad. We just checking to make sure it worked. That's all. We good. Go ahead. Carry on.
Nene said, I'm up here hollering, old head on fire. Mel said, angry old head is looking at it specifically from a race
that's all I
point
care
of
about.
view.
My people. I don't care about what they get, what they don't get. I'm speaking from our perspective.
So then the question is do you care about black women in your
Yeah, I
community.
do. I don't care. I care about black women. I don't care. I care about what we got going on, not what they got going on. Overall, that shit was made overall. The topic is more concerning them than us.
But then that might be the problem though, because the crazy thing is they probably feel they definitely feel the same way, and that's why we so divided. You know what I mean? So maybe we could try to maybe we got to step outside of ourselves a little bit and try to do something different. Maybe start caring about others than your others, and then your regulars care about others, and then the others may care about us.
No, they was born and not care about us. Fuck them.
Summer said,
Anyway.
I honestly think white women come before black men if we're talking about employment. But I will say, when it comes to being called a hoe or having men approach me without asking for it.
I mean, you got dickheads that run around doing stuff like that. Like that's been going on from beginning of time, and
I don't think
that's never going to stop because you got people out here that's ignorant like that. With the cat calls, and if you you're trying to talk to somebody and they don't want to talk to you, so now she got to be a bitch. Like you a dickhead. You a dickhead. Like she got a right to not want to talk to you, nut ass.
I mean, you're relegating that to extreme circumstances.
You ain't do it one time.
I never called nobody a bitch or a whore because they ain't want to talk to me. Fuck them. But what you get out of doing that? You playing yourself. You make yourself look like a fucking meatball.
I'm pretty sure we've all had.
I've never done no nut shit like
at least once.
So you got mad and called somebody a bitch because they ain't want to talk to you?
I might not say bitch. I'd be like, well, fuck out of here. Then. I might have said that.
Why would you say that though?
Because no man wants to be rejected.
Why not? Like she got the right to not talk to you. And not be like talked about it.
So your self-esteem is just
my self-esteem is through the roof all my life. I've never called nobody out their name or disrespected them because they didn't want to talk.
I'm about to color purple this nigga all my life.
So here's the thing.
Only clowns do shit like that, man.
All right, hold on for a second, bro.
He hot today. I think it's because I'm here.
I was gonna say that's you. You all up under the nigga collar and shit. You in this space. He don't like nobody in this fucking space.
I know, grand opening, grand closing. I'm
right.
I'm never doing this
like somebody's show.
So here's the thing. You brought up a very extreme example, but in the examples that I was given, it was something as small as women, a woman being able to sit at the bar and kind of drink by herself. And for men, it looks like open season that they want to be talked to or that they're lonely or they need to be rescued or whatever. Whereas if a man is sitting at the bar drinking by himself, he's not bothered. He's not. And this is what I'm saying. This whole male privilege thing that we benefit from is inherently ingrained in us through societal norms, right? So you have to dig so far deep to break those societal norms. And the problem I'm having with being as strong as I want to be on this topic is that a lot of the things that we learn from our women. So it's not like I can absolve them of any accountability when it comes to some of the things that we learn, because inherently we were raised that way, strictly speaking from our community perspective, because I don't want to set the OG off. I don't want them YT problems to be our problems. But a lot of what we benefit from, we don't know we benefit from. And the only way for us to recognize that we benefit from it is to have a woman come say, hey, look, if that was a woman sitting there doing that, would you have the same response or would you do the same exact things? And so that's the only way we can understand and the only way we can know. Let's get to some of these comments. Flight, you might want to sit back. Bro. Move over a little bit because his head about to blow the fuck off. Crystal said, do you care about people or black men?
I care about did you hear what I said?
She said,
I care about my people.
She said, do you care about your people or about black men?
He hit me.
I said,
he just hit me.
What did I say? Did you hear what I said, Shannon?
Yes.
I care about what's going on with my people, right?
Yeah, you too close, Top Flight, cracking the fuck up. Okay, she comes back and say, why when we talk about male privilege, we divert into the problems with feminism? I'm confused. Feminism is not the topic at hand. It is your privilege as a man to downplay Summer's comment.
What comment did I downplay?
I'm not sure. So
What,
I'm
what,
gonna try to go
like,
back to
yeah,
what
go
Summer
back.
said.
Because he the
Summer's
master
last
of being
comment.
off beat and go and blame me for being off topic.
Summer's last comment was, "I honestly think white women come before black men if we're talking about employment. But I will say, when it comes to being called a hoe or having men approach me without me asking for it."
So how
All
did
right.
I downplay that by saying if you do that, you would, that shit happens, but only certain type of individuals do it, and it's not cool. So where did I downplay that at? Where was the downplay at?
Big Rose said, "I do believe I have some male privilege, but being black in America can be difficult and therefore cloud the male privileges we get on a daily basis." I think that was a great way to put that, Big Ro. I think that was really insightful.
Deserve a hand clap right there.
Yeah. And Crystal comes back. "So wait, women are also to be held accountable for male privilege?"
So who's off beat? Like, what are
Nah,
you talking about?
I'm not saying women need to be held accountable for male privilege.
Nobody said that.
My statement was, just to reiterate what I said, we don't know we benefit from male privilege until it's brought to our attention from a woman.
If something is bothering
The,
you, bring it to the fore. You bring
the
it to
second part to that comment was the second part of that comment was, strictly speaking, from our community, a lot of behaviors that we learn in single parent households, which are predominantly female single mom households, and we learn a lot of those things from and if we not learning those things, those our parents are accepting those things from us and not teaching us any better. I didn't understand what male privilege was until I started researching it for the show today. So for me, it's not acceptable for women to have absolution over what's called male privilege without taking responsibility for some of the roles that they play in creating or like just accepting those things for so long. So I'm not trying to say it's women's fault for male privilege, but what I'm saying is you guys need to be loud. You need to be proud. You need to be help us understand where that privilege is, how it affects you, and how we can do better. A lot of times, a lot of the issues that I have when I'm being made aware of situations like this, for a lot of people, the argument is what drives them, not the solution, the argument. Like I said, I'm very easy to get along with. I feel like I'm a very intelligent person and I learn quick and I'm empathetic and I'm understanding. So teach me. Don't just be screaming out at me like, "Oh, that's male privilege because you learned a new word or you learned a new phrase or you hopping on the
you
bandwagon."
on the movement.
Right. And just want to shout at me because you catch me in a situation where I'm benefiting from my male privilege,
Yeah.
as opposed to humanizing me, having a conversation with me and helping me understand what it looks like, what was at fault, and how I can do better.
And what could be done
Exactly.
to make it better.
Exactly. So again, because I felt again during research for this, I looked at a few videos, and I saw where that can kind of like turn
Do that every time, Crystal.
you out of pocket. Here we go. Right on time.
That's the bell. That's shit.
Right on time. Big Roll, great point. Big Roll Jones, and yes, racism distracts because our black men are fighting a lot. It would be nice to be in a convo like this where men are willing to understand more and stop diverting from the privilege that they have. We cannot keep saying racism is the reason why male privilege doesn't exist. We come up with solutions and talk on these issues, and men call us feminism, and divert. I'm just saying.
Says the person that came up with a solution yet, but just point fingers. Where's your solutions at, Crystal? We could talk about solutions all day. Put them on the table. We can discuss them.
Yeah, I think ultimately the point is
we can talk about it.
Right, because I don't want to have this. I don't want to have this conversation, and that's why it was important to me that I gave as many examples as I could when it came to male privilege, because I don't think it's a black or white thing or a racist thing or any. I don't think it has anything to do with um, race or color or ethnicity. I think it's more to do with what's been happening since the beginning of time, where gender roles were defined and each person accepted those gender roles and fell in line. Now, the social norms and cues where that stuff, originated from, yes, they're antiquated. How do we stop them? We need to have the conversation. Like, I didn't know male privilege was a thing until, like I said, I've heard the term used a couple different times by a couple different people, but I didn't understand what exactly it meant and how much I benefited from it until I actually started doing the research for the show. And I will say I do benefit from male privilege. There is such thing, in my opinion, as male privilege. And now that I know better, I'm going to definitely make a concerted effort to do better.
I'ma still say I don't.
Yeah, right. Crystal said, let's talk. She said, do you really want that convo? Summer said, your examples helped me because I hadn't thought about those situations. When I think about privilege, I automatically look at race. So thank you. And I think that's the problem. Summer nailed it. I think that's the problem I was having when I initially heard the term. I immediately thought of um, race, money, advantages when it comes to like jobs or position or status in the community or society. And those things really don't have anything to do with male privilege. Male privilege is the fact that I was born with a penis, that I get to interrupt women while they're talking. I get to dominate the conversation. I get to automatically assume the woman at the bar wants me to send her a drink or wants me to interrupt her evening, wants me to ask her to smile or tell her to smile. Like shit like that. Like, bro, you start to understand where you get the privilege from. Where women don't get the same. Like, even with the whole being promiscuous thing, like even with women being able to choose who they want to have sex with, when they want to have sex with, it's their body, their choice. Why is it that we get to call them the hoe, and in the reverse, it's not the same, right? Men can be as, you know what I mean, promiscuous as we want, and there's no label for us other than you a male hoe or you a whore. They can call us the same things, but I didn't carry as much weight. I'm not made to be ashamed because, you know what I mean, I'm running through women. So that's kind of like the privilege or the advantage men have of being born with a penis. So just to put a little bow on that, unless you guys want to add something to it before we move on to the next topic.
She asked, "Do I really want to have that convo?" Like she gonna obliterate me in the conversation or something. Like, what's next?
It ain't even
What's
really
next?
no. All right, here
What's
you go.
next?
Solutions. Crystal said solutions. Convos like these have an open mind about opposing views, letting down defenses and willingness to understand. Also, can we stop judging women for being sex positive? I had to add that in, laugh out loud.
That must be a new thing, sex positive. You heard that before? Uh-oh.
Look, you are so angry, defensive. Oh, you are so defensive, angry. Stop being so angry. All love here.
I'm not angry at all. I'm just voicing I got my point of view and I'm gonna voice it. And I don't care if you like it or you don't. And that's just that. I don't care where I'm at. I'm gonna be who I am. I don't give a fuck if 100 people in the room against me. I'm still going, be who I am.
Okay, Sarah said fell in line with a question mark. Yes, male privilege is very well known when it comes to a lot of things like jobs, certain positions in the workplace. There's a lot when you really think of it, just saying. And again, Sarah, I'll agree with you. At the end of the day, I really wasn't aware of it because, again, I was ignorant. I didn't know. A lot of women, like, they're so passionate about this shit sometimes, and they get so, you know what I mean, riled up that they forget that you trying to hold me accountable for something I'm not aware of. Like, once I'm made aware of it and then it continues, then that's a different conversation. But until then, I haven't seen much about male privilege in a lot of, like, in those spaces, to be honest with you, just as of recent. So we're gonna leave that there. Let's talk about it. Damn, let's lighten the mood for a second. Last week on the show we did the 10 whitest foods ever. So this week it wouldn't have been right because I definitely want to hear this. I definitely need a good laugh, especially right now. So if you in the chat, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Facebook, whether you listening to the audio on iTunes, Alexa, iHeart, Spotify, where iHeartRadio, wherever you listen at right now, I need you to start dropping the 10 blackest foods in history.
Number one got to be fried chicken.
So, so right now, if you listening to the show, start dropping those blackest foods
fried
right
chicken,
now.
mac and cheese, yams. What else? Potato salad.
You just gonna name Thanksgiving dinner, huh?
Right. If you will
Staples.
Go this Thanksgiving dinner for a reason, though.
Facts. I wasn't knocking it for you. I wasn't knocking you for it, bro.
You put your
I
best
wasn't.
for Thanksgiving.
Listen, let me run. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run through my list. Then we gonna come back to the chat. All right. We gonna come back to the chat.
He gonna cut me off, but he can run through his fucking list.
That's privilege.
Yeah. At his best.
Check it. Listen.
Hit the alarm warning. Ring the alarm.
So I won't hear anyway. Now that's privilege. That's privilege. That's power. That's privilege right there. No, I didn't mean to stop your list, bro. I just said Thanksgiving dinner.
You
but
did.
go ahead.
You
listen.
Didn't but you did. And then
the world is yours.
Run yours off.
The world is yours.
Run yours off, man. I'm you threw me off. You know I need medicine.
I'm about to say, shit. If that's the case, we the originators of the original Chick-fil-A. We was the first people that put chicken
and
on bread
together.
That's right. If you gonna go black
cornbread, you ain't gonna eat your cornbread.
Yup. Watermelon.
Listen, I'm
Yep.
You gotta make sure you spit them seeds out too.
Mm-hmm.
And we the first to put watermelon in their iced tea. Who did that?
Peaches.
See, that's privilege.
Hey yo, some of these answers in the chat is hilarious. Keep them coming. I'm gonna go through the list that I made up. This is not written in stone. This is not the end all be all. I'm sure I missed some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I'm gonna get some stuff from the chat. I'm sure OG got one I know he got one line. Matter of fact, give it to us, right? You got one that you holding on to that I know that's huh?
Collard greens?
Something you don't eat.
I'm not eating that shit.
You ain't collard greens?
Fuck no.
Oh.
Listen, if it's green and it ain't broccoli, he ain't the fuck eating it.
No.
Oh, I thought I could have swore I heard you say something about chitlins earlier.
No, black people eat chitlins though.
Oh, okay. I
thought they eat malls and all that shit.
So here's the list I came up with. And I don't have it in any particular order. It's just the ones that I thought, you know what I mean, was like just the blackest foods, period. I got chitlins, fatback, collard greens, baked mac and cheese, fried chicken, chicken gizzards fried hard with hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
You can't just say chicken gizzards. OG had to correct me. He said it's got to be chicken gizzards fried hard with hot sauce. You got to say the whole thing, or it don't count. You can't just ask for no fucking chicken gizzards.
You can't go ask them.
It's got to be chicken gizzards fried hard with hot sauce. Okay. So where was I at? Chitlins, fatback, collard greens, baked mac and cheese, fried chicken, chicken gizzards fried hard with hot sauce, pig feet pig feet hog mogs is one.
Yeah, trotters.
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 Pig feet and hog mogs is one. Cornbread, black eyed peas, and
lima beans.
So yeah, black eyed peas, lima beans
and rice.
And you gotta have rice.
It's
and
no
if
such thing
I
as
don't eat
just
that
lima
though,
beans.
so.
and the last one on my list is fucking okra. I
Who?
don't know okra.
Black people eat that?
Hell yeah, in the South,
Oh my god!
deep,
I about to
way down.
say,
I thought he said Oprah. I'm like, she food?
I know I never
You
mind.
eat Oprah?
I damn sure will.
You nasty bastard.
So
From the
you
root
ain't eat
Judah,
you ain't eating Oprah?
I'm eating Oprah.
from the root.
Oprah cutting checks. How you doing? Shit, I eat Oprah so good. She be like, you get a call. You get a
So,
Hey man, I don't know if it's a light skin thing, but you gotta put turkey wings on there, bro. Like,
Yeah,
how you not have
Yeah.
turkey wings on?
Yeah.
Because I'm light skinned.
no,
bro,
turkey wings is definitely.
pause. Listen, I'm telling you, I said it wasn't the end all be all. It was just the
Alright.
ones I came over that I thought was the blackest food. You know what I mean? When I
Right.
thought about like
I
black
say
steak,
Right.
crabs, bro. Like, I know crabs is on like 20.
You would get
people's
your wig split over the last batch of crabs in the store.
Let's see what the people say. Let's see what they say.
Yeah, we gonna shoot over to the comment section. Our family is firing all fast and furious. Summer said lings of a chitter. She flipped chitlins around, bro. Sarah said collard greens, black eyed peas, catfish. Tiffany Ann said greens. Nene said pig feet and chitlins. Summer said hog mogs. Tiff, this is a little modern. Mozzarella fries with salt, pepper, ketchup, and hot sauce.
That's Italian, ain't it?
So no,
Mozzarella.
Italians not eating
You
no
should have
mozzarella.
just said French fries with that on it. You gotta get French fries like that.
That's what she said. Mozzarella fries.
No, regular French fries.
Wait, I'm confused now. I
Mozzarella
thought that's what she's.
fries, like.
So wait, I
Oh,
thought she was. I thought she. Yeah, I thought she was saying.
Sticks. I'm thinking mozzarella sticks.
Oh no! I think she's saying
cheese fries.
the regular French fries with mozzarella cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, and everybody know in Philadelphia, salt, pepper, ketchup is all one word.
One word.
All one word. Salt, pepper, ketchup. Salt, pepper, ketchup. Melanie Scott said hot sauce. Period. Sarah said chitlins, fried chicken, potato salad, deviled eggs, baked beans.
Mm-hmm.
See, Mel fucked up. She just gonna say fried kids.
No, she ain't down.
She ain't down. We taking her black card right now. We taking her black card. Big Rose said, "Got you covered, sir. Pig feet, hog maws, collard greens, fried chicken. How we forget pork chops, chitlins, catfish, crayfish, baked mac and cheese, and number one, peanut butter. We invented it. Shout out to George Washington Carver for the peanut butter." But I gotta say that's not a black thing.
No,
if you ask me.
listen, no. Oodles of noodles.
Oldest.
Don't fall on the noodles.
Hey, listen. So wait, next week we gonna do
the noodles, man.
Look, no. Listen to what I'm saying. Next week we gonna do the top 10 struggle meals.
Noodles.
Don't give it away now. Don't give it away now.
Potted meat. Syrup sandwiches.
I think black people are the only group of people that made wish sandwiches.
Yup. 2 pieces of bread, wish you had some meat in between.
Hey, what was for dessert? You used to put the butter on the bread, sprinkle a little sugar, a little cinnamon, put it under the broiler.
Under the bottom of the oven.
At the bottom of the oven. And the edges be super crispy hard. The middle be buttered. The sugar be all caramely.
Government cheese.
That's the real grilled cheese right there.
Government cheese. It was lopsided when you started because you can't cut the motherfucker straight. Oh shit. So these comments, man. Summer said, "Yo, how you spell hog maws?"
It's MAWS, Malls.
Sarah said icebox cake, cabbage, mac and cheese. Sarah, can you please explain to me what an icebox cake is?
Well, one of the Perkins Farm cakes. a Pepperidge Farm cake that come in the box.
The Louisiana crunch cake? Huh?
They be in the freezer, in the refrigerator.
Man, they don't call that shit no icebox cake, bro.
Yeah, but I know she talking about
Sarah,
that.
you get a
Yo, that Louisiana crunch cake is the best shit ever, bro. Sarah,
Sweet potato pie. Did we say sweet potato pie?
Well,
we
nah,
did
you
not.
gotta leave that separate because you could do dessert. That's a whole nother list. We're gonna hold off on that.
Hey, Sarah, look, it's a comment in the chat. It's a link. Hit that link. I need to know what icebox cake is. Andrea, that's a home run. Fried bologna. That's a home run.
Yeah, that's
Hey, I think Nene fucked the game up with this.
Big solid.
Listen, I think Nene fucked the game up with this one, bro. Check it out.
And from the Chinese store.
Facts. The Chinese store is like
you get 3 wings and some
They
fries.
definitely
you used to be able to get 3 wings and fried rice for $2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say Chinese raised a lot of families.
For sure. That's what I'm eating. Nene said that's what I'm eating now. Lima beans and rice.
Yeah, she
Big Rose said close enough with the hog mugs. Summer said, I don't if it's a black thing, but liver and onions.
Disgusting. Yeah, it is a black thing.
Yeah, that's like liver.
I don't know, man.
That shit is disgusting.
My Uncle Raymond used to make the shit out of some liver and onions, bro.
That shit is disgusting.
Yeah. Sarah says shrimp and grits. Christine, welcome back to the show. Christine, one of my favorite meals. Don't forget pork chops and pork bacon. Yeah. Mel said, you're right. I don't eat them.
She wasn't raised Muslim.
Oh, okay.
Not in Carla house. Shit. She used to be at 9th Street.
She know what fat back tastes like.
She know what that city dress salt pork hitting for. Andrea says spam. Nene said yes. Who else we got?
Hot dogs.
Andrea said chicken and waffles. Big Roll said Mr. Softy ice cream. Black people grew up on it.
Big Roll, you remember the lucky number?
Sarah said pudding, graham crackers, and whipped cream. Banana pudding. Daryl said black eyed peas. And Summer said Andrea Hawley yuck. What, on the chicken and waffles? I'll fuck some chicken and waffles up. Wait a minute. I missed a few. Melanie said never had potted meat. Nene said syrup sandwiches. Tamika said tomatoes and mustard sandwiches.
Struggle food.
I'm about to say I got one. Ain't nobody say spaghetti all together.
Mm-hmm.
With sugar.
Sauce meat. Yup. Hog head cheese.
Yep. So, hey, little we talked about that last week on the show. You missed it. Next week we're gonna do the top 10 struggle meals. Summer said no spam. She said no spam is disgusting. Oh, I guess that she was talking about the because her last comment was chicken and waffles, but she was saying,
man, I done fucked up my fair share of spam in my lifetime growing up.
Corned beef hash
out the can.
Yeah, I was never able to eat that. Sarah said icebox. I don't know what icebox cake is, Sarah.
She answered it. Pudding, graham crackers, and whipped cream.
I never had that before.
I never ever in my life.
That's what icebox cake is.
Okay. All right. She said the hookup. Nene said cream of wheat every damn day.
I still eat cream of wheat at work. What?
Yeah, cream of wheat just good as shit, man. Period. Melanie said fish and grits. Don said, didn't we take and make oatmeal good too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you do to oatmeal. That shit is disgusting.
Oatmeal and it's basically got the same taste as cream of wheat.
You're a fucking liar.
No, listen.
You a fucking liar.
The nasty ass grits that y'all be eating.
Grits is the shit that I eat with some butter, some cheese. All right, we know how many grits is. We black, bro. Yeah, we know it don't take no 5 minutes to make no grits.
Mm-hmm.
Your grits ain't in the pot at least 40 minutes. You ain't doing it right, bro. Crystal said, have y'all heard of Gullah?
I think
Is
she's trying
that
to say
like
goulash.
is that like Gullah Geechee, like North or South Carolina, like
What is
coastal
that?
North Carolina? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I want to see
Uh,
trying to say goulash.
Top Andrea Hawley said top
With-
flight spaghetti mixed with cut up hot dogs.
And sausages.
Hell no.
And
Ew.
sausages, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
no
Sarah
hot.
said thank you, Top. Crystal
Goulash.
said goulash. I saw a friend make it. A bunch of
Yeah,
leftover
goulash,
meats
basically. Yeah.
with noodles. Oh my God, no good.
It's goulash.
Yeah, goulash.
Andrea said red Kool-Aid with a pound of sugar. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, bro. I don't eat oatmeal or grits. Big Rose said turkey scrapple.
Man, that's
and
no,
cheese
bro. It
grits.
was regular scrapple. What no turkey scrapple back in the day? It was regular scrapple. Let's cut it out.
Shout out to DJ De Niro.
You
Said,
talking
what
about
up,
turkey
gentlemen?
scrapple. We ain't had that back in the day.
No,
It
damn
was
sure
regular
they ain't had
scrapple.
they ain't have turkey, nothing
They ain't
back.
had
Only
turkey
turkey you
fries
got
at
was
all.
on Thanksgiving
That's the only
or turkey
we had was
wings.
that. The
It
turkey.
wasn't no turkey sausages.
None of that.
Shit, you was lucky if you got beef sausages. You had to get that from the Italian market.
Man, it was Lynn Swine all the time.
It said it was Lynn Swine all the time. Big roll facts, laugh my ass off. Nene said pork and beans and hot dogs.
Yep.
I still eat that to this day, but it's Bush's vegetarian beans and then the all beef hot dogs. And you got to fry them up. Christine said mayonnaise sandwich. Sarah said that's a Hungarian dish. It'll send you to the bathroom. She talking about the goulash. Jermaine said laugh out loud. All right. We made it through. We made it through. Keep putting them in the chat, though. If you got more, just keep posting them. People who looking at them, that's goulash. There it is. Because I didn't know what Gullah was. Because goulash to me
Goulash
is macaroni noodles,
yeah,
ground beef,
yeah,
and tomato sauce.
It's just different meat in there and the noodles.
And the black community is called beefaroni.
Yeah.
Hey,
You,
hey,
call
you
it
know what?
goulash, you call it beefaroni.
No, in my house, it was goulash. Beefaroni was the canned shit by Chef Boyardee.
And ravioli in the can.
Ravioli.
Struggle
That mystery meat, that
Spaghetti
ground up.
noodles.
I'll fuck a can of ravioli up right now. I ain't about to sit here in front for no fucking while. I will fuck a can of ravioli up right the fuck now. Certain shit just hit like, yo, OG, we was just talking about that. A well-timed peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
Nick, yo, what you had the other night? You was telling me. I was like, yo, you don't have no more. You like, no, I'm all out.
I had a big time cheese sandwich.
No, yeah, but before that, you said you ran out of what? Loney meat, man.
Loney meat, yeah. Loney
Yeah,
meat.
man. Give me a motherfucking
Yeah,
cold cut sandwich, a turkey and cheese,
or bologna and cheese.
beef bologna. Yeah, shit. With a soft drink and a bag of Doritos,
Yep.
the sweet spicy Jones.
Yep.
Just leave me alone after that. I'm cool. Ain't none of that bougie shit. Like, you know, I can afford whatever almost whatever I want. But certain shit just still hit right, man. Nene gonna say, "Oh, now you a vegetarian?" Just the beans. I don't eat the pork inside the beans. Like, Big roll of sunflower seeds. Tamika said yes. Big roll said pot liquor. Yo, if you had a grandma who know how to, or if you know how to make greens, that leftover liquor with some cornbread, yeah.
That's disgusting.
Mush in a pot, laugh out loud. I don't know what mush in the pot is. Summer says she was leaving sunflower seeds for desserts. We gonna get to that.
I got a big time bag of sunflower seeds right now.
I'm sure you do. Christine says shepherd's pie,
meatloaf. That's your
succotash,
favorite.
meatloaf. Yeah, I make a hell of a meatloaf.
Was disgusting.
I don't even know what succotash is.
No, it's all the vegetables in one. Like,
I don't know why you would ever do that.
Yeah,
my sister said me too. Ravioli still pop in this house. Yeah, facts. What kind of mayonnaise and bananas?
Yeah,
we're gonna have to kick him out the chat. He infiltrating like a motherfucker.
And he would be somebody I'm affiliated with. Ah, jeez.
Big
Peanut
roll,
butter
put
and
some
jelly,
almond
Big
milk
Mac,
back.
3
Big
pieces
roll,
of
wasn't
bread.
no almond milk back then. Cut it out. It was regular vitamin D milk.
Red top, baby.
Hey, yo, Andrea knelt at TV dinner with a
Yup, with the
burnt brownie.
Brownie. Damn.
The hungry man
chicken
jump.
or the pot pies.
Mayonnaise and banana sandwiches, Miracle Whip.
Nah,
That's how I feel about that. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sarah.
I'm gonna go ahead and I
Thank you,
gotta
Sarah.
sneak out because I
That's
got
how I
to
feel
get back
about that.
home. So I'm getting ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. This was different. Hey, I like to thank Angry OG for inviting me over. And shout out to Summer. She got this house smelling phenomenal. I know he don't. Y'all should smell the herbs and spices that is cooking right now. I know I'll probably be saying too much, but it's okay because I'm about to go get a plate before I go. And I'm out because I'm getting ready to go eat. Y'all talking about all this food, so I'm going to sneak out. I'll see y'all next week. I'm going in OG kitchen right now. I'm going to take some pictures and see what he got. See if he talking, because if I open his refrigerator, he got a bottle of water and baking soda in his refrigerator. I swear.
Well, go ahead. That's what the fuck is in there. It ain't even no bottle of water in it. Shit, you was giving me too much credit. Bottle of water, shit.
And Andrea said a bag of cereal and powdered milk. Powdered milk used to come in. Remember that government box? The big box? Yeah, you had to add water, stir vigorously. Melanie says some of y'all ain't grow up in the hood with these answers. That's a fact. That's a fact. Nigga had bananas and Miracle Whip. Big Roll had almond milk. Big Roll had almond milk in 92.
Come on, man.
Fuck no. Shout out to Dawn. My other sister's in the building.
Chicken and dumplings.
Dawn said chicken and dumplings. I forgot about that. Crystal said, dang, can I get a plate, Angry? We can break bread and talk solutions.
Well, I don't got enough for you today, Crystal.
Nene said, I used to love that milk. And Smoke grew up in the Caribbean. He said oxtails.
Yo, I got some in the crock pot right now, Smoke.
Sarah said, you ever had the hookup with oodles and noodles?
Sarah,
and
you was in jail before?
Noodles? That sounds like a cheat sheet. Yeah.
Sarah, you was locked up before?
Yeah, she must have did a bit. She did a little bit or something.
Yeah.
She did a little bit. Last one, and we're going to move along. Individual cheese slices. Used to steal them and take them to my room and welfare cheese. What, the welfare cheese? I don't know how you eat welfare cheese straight up. Yeah, that's you be shit. You'll clog up your whole system.
Man,
you eat some straight up government cheese without cooking that shit.
You be constipated like a motherfucker.
Man, you be like the water and be plugged like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Summer says, Sarah, you done been to jail. Facts. Facts. Crystal says, Sarah, that sound like jailhouse meal.
Yeah,
Miracle Whip and bananas was meant for the white people meal topic. That is a fact. That is a fact. They call me Q. Shout out. Oh, man. All the family rolling through the night. Q, what up? She said cheese and potato chip sandwich. Yo, next week, tell a friend, because we doing all the struggle meals next week.
And I had all of them.
All of them. All of them. Nigga, all of them. All of them. Sarah, you just told on yourself, boo.
No, she told on her boo.
Oh, she told on her boo then?
If she wasn't, he was.
Right? That welfare cheese was thick as ever for sure. Q said I had one yesterday on that government cheese. Definitely wasn't no jokes. Sarah said not at all, laughing my ass off. So we got 15 minutes, man. You want to pop off on another one? I think I got one that'll like. I want to show this TikTok video of the week. What you think, OG? You want to talk about Alec Baldwin, the opioid crisis?
Opioid crisis is going to take. That need a little bit more time.
Okay.
It's only a crisis because the chicken's coming home to roost. If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be a crisis.
Say that then. So we gonna do the TikTok video of the week then. All right. I feel like this is a good one. I'm gonna pop us. Let me see. Where is it? I gotta find it first. Up there it is. I want y'all to take a look at this. I'm telling y'all now, chat, get ready. This is a trigger warning. This is a trigger warning. Okay. Please get y'all Twitter fingers, Facebook fingers, YouTube fingers. Get them ready for this video, okay? Now, I'm just going to play it. I'm not going to give it any more context. Talk your ish, angry teen white folks dropping like flies. Now it's a crisis. Yeah, we're going to say that one for next week, sis. But here's the TikTok video of the week. Be prepared. If you're listening, share it live, and I want to hear your thoughts on this. I'm going to play it at least twice because it's important, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. So take a look.
给你们拉个斯看一下，哇，拉斯纯州亚那是特。
Wait, that's it? That's all there is to it? I don't understand what all the fuss is about then. Like, that seems pretty easy. Why the fuck are black people so upset about picking cotton?
Yeah, y'all heard correct. Let me just run it back one more time. I want to get them the opportunity to digest it so they can get those comments flying fast and furious. Tag your friends, tag black folks you know, tag some of your white friends right now, because we're going to talk about it.
给你们拉个斯看一下，哇，拉斯纯州亚那是特。
Wait, that's it? That's all there is to it? I don't understand what all the fuss is about then. Like, that seems pretty easy. Why the fuck are black people so upset about picking cotton?
Yeah, and there it is. There it is.
So who video was it? Did the black dude do the video, Woody?
So no,
a rude, like, was that a joke, or did the white dude do it and he was serious?
So here's a little bit of background, right? The black gentleman you see on the bottom of the screen with the glasses, his name is something Al Hopkins or something like that. He's an actor. And on Twitter, he has an account called Uncle Damn. And I've been trying to get this guy on the show because I feel like he's brilliant, right? He is a very brilliant man, and I'm trying to get him on the show. And we've been kind of like chatting back and forth about making that happen. He actually has a movie coming out in 2022 where he plays Frederick Douglass, I believe. So with that being said, on TikTok, you can duet a video, which means the original person who did that, the guy who was talking, he's now saying it was a joke or it was satire.
Some stuff you just don't do, though. If you want to find out why we complained about it, go in any neighborhood and broach that question and see if you leave looking the way you showed up.
I'm gonna agree with you. Some stuff you just can't joke about, right? Can I just play it one more time, bro? Do you mind, please? Can I just play it one more time?
给你们拉个斯看一下，哇，拉斯纯州亚那是特。
Wait, that's it? That's all there is to it? I don't understand what all the fuss is about then. Like, that seems pretty easy. Why the fuck are black people so upset about picking cotton?
First of all, let us put your crack ass out in the hot sun and pick that shit for free. And then see if you complain about it.
See, that's exactly why I don't think you should make satire about slavery and picking cotton. Number one, there were kids out there made to pick cotton. Us picking cotton made so many families wealthy in America.
On the backs of free labor.
On the backs of free fucking labor. We were entitled to nothing. There was no sharecropping. There was none of that shit. We worked 400 years For absolutely
They got a
nothing.
400-year head start. But listen,
For scraps.
but look at the flip side of this, though.
Go ahead.
That video didn't go viral, right?
It did.
No, but I haven't. This is my first time seeing it. You don't hear about it, none of that shit, right?
Okay.
But they had this kid run up on Floyd Mayweather at a basketball game. He had nail polish on. He asked to take a picture. Floyd was like, "I don't take a picture with people with nail polish." So he called him a homophobe. That went viral. Anything you talk about the alphabet soup, that shit go viral. You hear about is a backlash. This dude just straight up disrespected us to the fullest extent, and you don't hear nothing about that shit.
So
it goes back to me saying that them motherfuckers got more rights than us, man.
I'm gonna say this. You right. It did go viral in a sense, but on TikTok. I haven't seen it on any other platform.
Yeah.
I did come across that story about Floyd not wanting to take the picture.
And you came across that in mainstream media, though.
I did.
It's not mainstream media.
You're absolutely right. So my problem with this video is, you're right. It's some things you can't joke about. Kids were made to be slaves and pick cotton, not for 8 hours a day, not part-time for 4 hours a day. No, they worked just as much as their parents did. They sat there, they picked cotton from sun up to sundown, sometimes 24 hours during harvest season. Kids and black people, underfed, underhydrated, malnourished, were still made to work like dogs and given scraps. They made all these southern white families not rich. Rich is not a strong enough word. They had generational
wealth.
Wealthy.
Generational wealth.
Wealthy. And the fact that we as Americans, we as black people in America, are still not benefiting from the work that our ancestors did through reparations, any of that wealth that was generated. Like, it's not like they don't have the names of these people who own these plantations and farms. See, the problem is slavery was legal, so they were used as tools. And you think that's something to joke about, talking about how easy it is. It makes me want to go find this motherfucker, find this fucking cotton farm, and make him work 24/7. Give him leftover pig intestines and pig feet and tails.
Down your leg.
I'm gonna tie that bitch to a tree. I'm gonna tie him to a tree. I ain't gonna whip him. You know them circus motherfuckers who do that shit for as
a quarter his ass,
nigga.
With the horses,
exactly.
Not each limb to a horse.
There it is.
Let the horses take off in different directions.
See, I don't want to kill him. I need him to survive because he need to go back out there and pick some more cotton. And I want him to do it under the same circumstances our ancestors did it under.
And then see what's the complaining about.
And then see what the complaint is. Exactly. That's some shit that, like, you can't play about. And those type people who think there's a joke should be made to have the experience. See how long you last picking cotton with little to no water, little to no food. And if you tried to stop, beat the shit out you with a whip. Or if you tried to run away, drag you back. Matter of fact, sick dogs on you, drag you back on the back of a fucking horse, cut off one of your foot or one of your feet, cut your dick off. Fuck it, let's hang them and then chop them down at the last fucking minute. Like these people out here, these white people think everything's a game. And what kills me is they so fearful of us. They all say how scared they are of us. But they get on this internet and behind these keyboards and feel comfortable enough to pop off shit like that.
Because they know you can't, it's nothing gonna happen. Like, you're a keyboard warrior. Nothing
man.
To a keyboard warrior.
Them keyboard gangsters, bro.
But see, his face is shown. So what's gonna happen to him is he's gonna lose his employment.
I hope so.
He's gonna lose his employment. Because they know who he is. They're gonna start writing letters to the company that he's employed by. Get rid of this motherfucker, or people gonna stop doing business with you. You don't. Them companies now don't want their name associated with the kind of bigotry that's going on right now.
Nah, they don't care. The only time they care is when it's exposed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You think this shit? You think this kind of talk ain't happening in the offices?
Yeah, but when it's put on the forefront is when
that's when they
start
care.
acting. This shit put on the forefront, and they're gonna have to act on.
Exactly. Let's get to some of these comments.
Nothing's gonna be done.
Let's get to some of these comments. I want to make sure we get our family part of the show. Crystal did leave a message for you. She said, "Yo, sidebar, angry. We agree on something. If the soccer mom was getting got by the opioids, it would be a crisis. I'm sorry, it wouldn't be a crisis." Q saw the video and said, "Whoa." Nene said, "What?" Christine said, "Why the fuck is it so hard for white people to fucking do it?" You should ask the motherfuckers, why is it so hard to understand racism? Or why is it such a big deal to teach critical race theory? Nene said, first of all, them thorns hurt like hell. She said, no, ain't no getting out of this one. Tiffany said she's floored. Big Rose said, who picks cotton anymore? Nobody. It's all done by machine. But they should be made to feel, you know what I mean, exactly how we felt. I don't want to miss any because, damn, y'all tearing the chat out the frame. Tiffany said, agreed, Shannon, big exclusive. Christine said, that was extremely tasteless and disrespectful. We didn't ask to be out there in that heat to pick cotton. We were forced to do something so easy for their lazy asses. True story. There are circumstances you cannot joke about, says Tiffany. Christine said, facts, angry. Nene said, yeah, because this is my first time seeing this. Speaking to, it being viral. Nene said, you need to share it. Summer said, the cotton picking was 1% of what was happening. He said this for attention. He's getting it. True, because not only did you had all the crops, whether it was cotton, tobacco, corn, wheat, cattle, cowboy, a term they love so much that's so synonymous with, white, was originally a black thing. We can get into that in another show. Instead of getting his ass beat, Summer said, Big Rose said that was stage post made to stir feelings and go viral, and it worked. I agree, but what he need to know is everybody remembers this term. I don't play all the time. He need to know that some shit you just can't play about, and I hope he gets that message.
He gonna keep his ass in his safe white community.
Summer said he needs his ass beat. Nene say I blame TikTok because that shit have not even made it this far. Social media like Facebook and IG usually block everything stupid except for the disrespectful shit. How about that?
Say something about some gay shit, it wouldn't have made it.
That shit wouldn't have made it past.
White, you wouldn't make it.
They'd have logged you the fuck out when you hit post.
Yep.
They'd have logged you out. As IG would have logged you out as soon as you would have hit send or post. I'm sorry. Crystal said, I think black people have to continue to be as angry about this as other groups are about their missions. I feel that we are desensitized to our traumas and we need to flip out and go crazy on stuff like this. Yeah, we did that. We was burning shit down at one point. I think the problem is
you got to burn that shit down.
I think the problem is we can act crazy, we can flip out, we can do all of that. The true problem is we're not organized enough to get litigious and force those kind of changes. Big Rose said, great point, Nene. Makes you wonder how it's still not blocked. Melanie said he doesn't look white though. He might be like Arab or something like that. Yeah. Crystal said if we wanted to go viral, we have to make it go viral. Everyone needs to get the clip and share it. Melanie said he's a brown person, which makes it even worse. She said they still pick cotton in other countries. Well, what did his culture pick? Says Dawn. All right, man. Listen, we coming to the end of the show, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys joining the Big Exclusive Podcast. We got a ritual around here every week at the end of every show. If Flight was here, he would get 2 minutes, but we all take a quick 2 minutes say whatever it is that we want to say. Doesn't have to be topic related. Doesn't have to be related to the show. It can be anything that you have on your mind, on your heart, or on your chest. You're able to get it off so that it's archived. Maybe it's a future message for a loved one. Maybe it's some shit you just want put out there in the universe that you want to come true. So with that being said, we're going to take these 2 minutes because, it's 8 o'clock, although we could go over, you know what I mean? But we're going to go ahead and stop it here. Make sure you guys be on the lookout. We're going to release the audio of the podcast tomorrow, somewhere between noon and 5, somewhere around there. I'll make sure I post about it. But OG, once again, giving you your flowers. I appreciate you. Thanks for showing up, showing out. You always do a wonderful job living up to your persona. Take your 2 minutes, angry man.
I just wanted somebody to help me set up a GoFundMe for my rocking chair and my Depends, because it's looking like I'm ahead of it in my future. So help me out, y'all. Till next Tuesday. I expect for the donations to come rolling through. So by Tuesday, I might be doing this from the rocking chair.
You're gonna be doing it from the rocking chair.
Rocking chair, man. Just put me out back. Put me out the pasture. It's over with for me.
It's over for you.
Yeah, it's over with for me.
Angry has a great camera. He had a lot of contrasting colors in his shot tonight, and it was crystal clear. Keep it dry, Angry. I'm gonna pretty much say what I always say at the end of every show. Kayla, Cameron, 2 most important women in my life. I love you more than life itself. Never forget that anything's possible as long as you want it to make it. As long as you want it to happen, you can make it happen with some hard work, perseverance, and not taking no for an answer. Always remember that there are going to be people out there who don't want to see you succeed. Take a cue from daddy and just say, fuck them haters. Never, ever, ever, ever put too much stock in anybody telling you what you can't do, because they don't know what you're capable of. You are my daughters, which means you are capable of not just anything. You're capable of everything as long as it's in your heart and you put the work in to make it happen. I love you guys. I appreciate everybody who tuned into the Big Exclusive Podcast. From the bottom of my heart, Angry OG Heart, comedian Top Flight, and all the family that listen to the podcast, I want to say I love you. Stay safe, and we hope to see you guys next week.